Welcome to the State Room, a podcast dedicated to covering the key issues and events that will impact the future of our state. I'm your host, Scot Mussi. Today on our program, we're going to be talking about the importance of taking the message of opportunity, freedom, and family values to the Hispanic community here in Arizona. Until recently, outreach to Hispanic voters has been a domain dominated by the left, a sustained year-round activity fueled by millions of dollars coming from out-of-state billionaires, liberal billionaires, and philanthropic foundations. But now one group is looking to fill the void and take our conservative message directly to voters here in our state, the Hispanic Liberty Alliance. Created in 2023, the HLA is taking the message of faith, family, and freedom to the Hispanic community here in Arizona. Joining us today to talk about the Hispanic Liberty Alliance is Monica Yelin. Monica is the executive director of the HLA and has extensive background and experience in grassroots organizing and community engagement and public outreach. Monica, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Scott, for having me today.
Before we dive into the Hispanic Liberty Alliance and the work that you're doing there, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background and your story and what brought you to the freedom movement here in Arizona.
Well, I came to America in 1998. I came from Colombia. I was born in Bogota. And I came here with just a piece of luggage and $300. That's all I had. And I was full of dreams. And now I believe I'm the American dream. And I believe in this country. I love America. I love the opportunities we have here. And the reason why I'm doing this job and working with the Hispanic community is because I deeply appreciate our roots. I believe that being Hispanic is not an achievement. It is a heritage and we should be proud of it. We should be valued by our contributions and our individual characters. And I want everyone in the community, especially in Arizona where we work, to understand that they are the American dreams and everything is achievable. And I believe that if I communicate, educate, and help them thrive, they will succeed the way that I have succeeded and many of us have succeeded in this country.
How did you pick Arizona? Did you when you were looking to come to America? What made Arizona? Did you know people here? Why did Arizona be your destination?
Interesting that my welcoming in America was California. I moved to California. I was hired by a company, and I moved to California. Then I moved to New York, and then I was tired of the potholes. Believe it or not, I was tired of the policies, the environment in New York, the cost of living. And I said, let me look for a state that really provides what I look for. And this is the state that has provided everything I need. In this state, we have freedoms. We have a small government, I can say. We have a fiscal responsibility. We have lower taxes. So that's the reason why I came to Arizona. It's better state. That's why a lot of people come here.
See, you're not from Colombia. You're a New York, California refugee.
Exactly.
To Arizona.
Exactly.
So, not the only one. And as we tell everybody that comes from California, don't California Arizona. And most that come here, actually, the majority we have found have embraced that message. They don't want to see our state slide into what they have left. So, well, in building the Hispanic Liberty Alliance, as the executive director there, what's excited you the most to lead the organization and to build this new outreach organization here in Arizona?
To see that we have built a platform, a space for Hispanics to thrive, to grow, to become leaders of their community. And seeing how they absorb all this knowledge, because we are an organization that has three pillars: education, business growth, and civic engagement. And seeing them being involved with their communities, understanding that it's important being involved with the electoral process, understanding civic engagement, understanding education for their children is important for the future. And seeing them coming back is what we love and enjoy the most with this organization.
It seems as if politicians or especially a lot of people in the political class, they'll often talk about the Hispanic community, but there's historically not been a failure to actually go and talk to the Hispanic community. There seems to be this disconnect. Why do you think that often happens, especially from the the conservative side of the aisle. I think that's changing now, but why historically do you think that's been the case, and why there's been that lack of direct engagement?
I think that the conservative side needs to understand that they have to show up early. They have to connect with the Hispanic community 2 years before the election. We need to feel that we're valued, that we are appreciated, and that we have a seat at the table. And a lot of politicians think that with a last-minute taco night or a last-minute on-the-fly coalition 2 months before the election, they will win Hispanic votes or they will understand the community. They see us as a monolithic community. We're not. We're different. We have diverse jobs, professions, even cultures within our culture. So we want them to understand and listen and see exactly what we look for. We value legislation. We understand. We want to learn legislation. This is some pattern that I have observed within the members, the friends of the Alliance, I call them. Anybody that attends the Hispanic Liberty Alliance loves to hear about legislation and things that have impacted their community so they can learn. And when they go and pick their candidates, so they go and vote on an election, they understand already the impact that this legislation has made on their communities and their families and their business. And then they want to prevent that bad legislation will impact them in a negative way. So politicians fail to mention achievements and policy that impacts the community. And I think that's a big problem. And I want to say something very important. We need to learn from the past. And the Florida GOP in 2022, I think it was 2022, they collected over $143 million. They invested millions on Hispanic outreach. And look at the results. They flipped Miami-Dade County. They had the governor elected. They had the majority in the state of Florida. And the same thing with Texas. They invest in the Hispanic community. Investment is important. They invested in cultural centers and business centers and community centers. Look at Governor Abbott. Every single time he narrows margins in every election, and he has flipped some counties in the South. So these are examples of how investing in the Hispanic community is worth it. We are the largest minority and the fastest growing in the country, and we're pivotal for the next election, and they have to take us seriously.
Do you think through the HLA that Arizona can have that same type of success that's happened in Arizona and Florida? And what you talked about there as far as the parachuting in and then leaving, that's kind of what we've historically seen in Arizona with communicating on pro-freedom issues. And this is bigger than an election, and the left knows that. It's why they have these ongoing groups. It's why the Hispanic Liberty Alliance exists now, is that, elections and politics are downstream from culture. You have to have that consistent engagement. So do you think what they've did in Texas and what they've did in Florida, where you've seen that shift, where Hispanics realize have been educated and informed by that type of investment, can we do that here in Arizona? Is that happening now?
It's absolutely possible. We started seeing a difference in the last election. We saw that we went up 8 points in Santa Cruz County. We flipped Yuma County. We saw blue pockets in Phoenix that went for the conservative side. So we know it's possible. We know that if we're relational and organic, we make a big difference. And Hispanics are understanding something. Free is different than freedom. Progress is completely different than progressive. They are understanding through the Hispanic Alliance and other similar organizations and different politicians that being a global citizen is not a good thing. And globalism is not good. But if you think about your sovereignty and the country that welcomed you, and they are learning to love America, the country that welcomed them, many of them were born here, but many were born abroad like me. So I seen a difference. I have noticed the changes. I notice people are very curious and are in desire to learn, and they are looking for a change. Definitely.
Yeah, and this isn't something where this type of engagement, I would assume you can't just show up and talk politics. Most people are turned off by that. It has to be talking about things that are directly impacting their lives on a daily basis, and doing it through education and information. You mentioned before, school choice and ESAs. Is that one issue that you have found that you can go and talk to and relate, get involved in an issue that ultimately could impact them when it comes to political issues, but is something that they're going to care about just on a day-to-day basis?
Absolutely. There is something that many families, when they attend our events or when we engage with them individually or at
Can you
conferences.
describe one of those type of events like
Yes.
what you would do and how that, what do these look like? If you want to come up and, hey, I'm going to go and attend an event by the Hispanic Liberty Alliance, what does that look like?
So we have, let's say we have a networking dinner, because everybody loves networking because we're a pro-business organization. So we want you to come and engage and exchange business cards and promote your business and meet others, build relationships. So we start with a networking social hour. We have a dinner. We have a panel of experts, and we do Q&A, and we inform people. And one of the things that we discuss is we always ask, who is using empowerment scholarship accounts? And you will be surprised that, 30% of the people in the public says, I know about it and I use them. We want more people to know, because a lot of people don't know. But the ones that know, they always tell us it's the best thing for my children. Why? Because the education should feed the child and not the other way around. Many public schools are good, but not every public school fits your child. Sometimes you want private education, you want religious education, you want vocational. Your children has different needs, and it's proven that people that use the scholarship accounts, children, when they go to college, they perform better at work, and they do better in high school. So we know that this is a benefit for them. It's enriching and it's important, and we teach them about that. We talk about scholarship accounts. That's very important, and that's a hot topic right now in Arizona.
So as you started building the Hispanic Liberty Alliance, what's some of the feedback you do hear from Hispanic families and businesses? What are some of the concerns that you're frequently hearing right now? Anything surprised you as far as some of the feedback or what you've been hearing from Hispanic families as you've been out there doing work with the HLA?
You must adhere to your audience, and you must understand each family and each person individually. When we talk to them, we have business owners that say, I'm concerned with the economy, but I'm so happy to see, all these benefits from the federal government, our extended tax deduction for business owners. Thank God for this administration and for the United States Congress that it has been extended forever. We have families talking about education. That's a very important part of Hispanic communities. We are very, very traditional. We're very faith-oriented. People are concerned. Hispanics are concerned about seeing God being put aside. Certain politicians and certain groups are making fun of God or are putting God to the side. And religious is very important for us, for Hispanics. Religion, safety, education, economy, immigration is a big deal, believe it or not, for us, especially for legal immigrants like me. So those are the big topics, the big concerns right now, and that's talk everywhere we go.
Have you found it hard to build trust as you've been going out there and talking with people? Or do you find it pretty easy to get people to engage because a lot of the issues that conservatives and people in the pro-freedom movement care about seem to be aligned with most people in the Hispanic community?
The Hispanic community is very smart. We might have an accent, but we don't have an accent in our brains. And I tell people all the time, and I said, Hispanics are very open and they want to learn. So the way we build trust with them, the way that we know they keep coming back because they like the Hispanic Alliance, they learn, they get value when they come to us. And we just show up constantly. We educate them. We teach them things that they don't learn anywhere else. That's the reason why the Hispanic Alliance was created, because we found a need and a niche for education. Because most nonprofits are charity. Most nonprofits don't focus on civic engagement or policy or advocacy. And that's what we do. We teach people tools to solve their daily issues, their long-term problems. We teach them how to contact the government if they have issues with the federal agencies. And guess what? People learn something new with us, and they get curious, it sparks their curiosity, and they want to come back. And that's the reason why they trust us, because they always find solutions with us. No matter what, they can call us and we can find guides, we can find resources and tools for them.
Have you noticed you're getting more national attention? Obviously, Arizona's become a swing state, as far as some of these more competitive, more recent elections. Have you noticed more national attention? And are you finding that you're getting more partners to work with that want to help on the ground here to do this ongoing, consistent engagement within the Hispanic community?
Absolutely. We just became partners and members of the Latinos Leaders Alliance. It's a big national organization. And we have been engaging with others. We, as a Hispanic Liberty Alliance, we have 8 members, 8 national, no, I think we're up to 12 right now, 12 national Hispanic organizations. And we have been engaging at the national level. We have had at least 4 events so far in Washington, in Florida. We have been at the White House. We have been invited. We have had meetings there. The President of the United States knows we exist, and we think it's important, his administration, his staff. So we definitely are getting traction, and it's important to be involved nationally. It's important to know our organization, to build relationships, to help others, to help us too, because, we rise by lifting others.
So looking at what you guys have built and looking ahead, what big projects and events are you working on this year that you either have done this year, you're looking to do, you're working on right now, and maybe some things as we head towards November in 2026?
Well, we have been very impactful over the 3 years. We had fentanyl forums. We were part of the Substance Coalition National Day at the Capitol. We have brought people to MAC sessions of the Capitol, and that's very impactful. We have had
here in Arizona, you're doing MAC sessions at the Capitol.
MAC sessions at the Capitol here in Arizona. We have had many engagements of any kind, but all educational. We just had a citizenship class, and we had a justice of the Supreme Court presiding the graduation, and we have grants writing class coming up. We have a fentanyl forum coming up in Tucson. We have an evening with the sheriff of Maricopa County and the county attorney, and we have multiple classes and educational events coming up. So we definitely are going strong. We're growing. We're impacting businesses, people, individuals. We're connecting with many churches. We just started registering people to vote, so we just have a bunch of registrations in the last 2 weeks. So we are there. We are intentional, and we are engaging with everyone we can. We're building relationships and coaching and giving classes, and we're very excited.
You got a big event coming up in Yuma?
Yes, we have an event this week in Yuma. We have a business luncheon with the mayor and elected officials, where we discuss cost of living and local issues, civic engagement, what we do. We're introducing the organization to the residents of Yuma this Thursday at 12 at the Gastropub. Hills Gastropub is by a golf course. It's going to be very exciting. We're looking forward. It will be tomorrow, actually.
That's great. At these type of events, as it's part of a forum, do local leaders come and attend these events then too?
Yes. We get local leaders, we get elected officials, we get pastors, we get business owners, families, employees, all kinds of Hispanics that attend, that are very interested in learning and gaining some value and maybe becoming leaders, because we have so many that have come to our events, and now they are leading their communities. They're mobilizing their communities. They are learning how to reach out to the government. They are reaching out to learn how to fix their local issues. They are participating in maybe local initiatives and making an impact.
Have you noticed anything from the left? Have you caught any shade from any of the people on the left from your group and any of the activities that you're doing, or they generally kind of stay out of your lane and stay away from you?
We have a little bit of resistance. We have heard that certain places we are known for being a conservative organization, but we also are proud to tell you that we have a lot of people from the other side that are coming to our events, people that are reasonable, people that are rational, people that are willing and open to learn, and they have even changed their minds. We have one of our members of our advisory board who used to be super extreme left person, and now this person is super conservative, understanding that family values are important, small government, cut red tape, less bureaucracy, all these things. So we're very excited, and we have actually worked with the other side. I have bridged that gap many times. Okay. So I'm very friendly. So
well, no, and that type of work, especially when you're talking about that type of civic engagement, being able to go and work within these communities is how you got to get people in the door. I mean, it's very important. They won't listen to you talk about the importance of this or even understanding, because part of this is understanding what makes Arizona a great place to live. And everybody that comes here, by and large, want to make sure that Arizona stays a great place for families, for businesses, for entrepreneurs. And we have to make sure we keep that. And being able to take that message and do it in a way that's not going to be off-putting, I think is just critically important.
It is very important, and Hispanics need to feel that they are important, they are valuable, they have a seat at the table, they can prosper, and that's what we want. And they are very excited to see that they have possibilities. We must love capitalism. We can make as much money as we want in America. We can do wherever we want. We're free to vote for whomever we want. We don't even have compulsory, that word is hard for me to say in English, but, we are not obligated to vote like in Australia. Mm-hmm. And we should value that. We should value that we have the freedoms that we have here, not like in China that you have to adhere to what the government tells you. You can make money in China, but you have to say and do whatever the government wants. So we're very excited to see that people understand loving America, respecting America, honoring the country, and being proud of our values, being proud of being Hispanic. It's still important, but we should assimilate and learn the culture and be here and honor it and respect it.
All right. Last question. Your long-term vision. If you could see what the Hispanic Liberty Alliance is going to grow into the next 5 years, what would you want the organization to be? What role would you love to see it being playing in Arizona to make sure Arizona stays on the right path?
We see Arizona, the Hispanic Liberty Alliance being the most influential conservative Hispanic organization in the state. And we want to expand eventually to other states. We want to bring the message somewhere else. But we know we need to be strong here first. We need to make an impact here first. And I believe that if we continue doing what we're doing, we're going to impact triple the amount of lives we have impacted already. We have changed people's lives. I have many examples of things that we have done for individuals that changed the course of their lives because they came to us, because they learned how to fix an issue. We want to expand our educational classes, our programs. We want to create more leaders, find more leaders in the community. We want to expand and maybe have chapters all over the state so we can be constantly everywhere changing and educating people and raising awareness about elections, raising awareness about what's in your ballot, what kind of props you have, understanding them, understanding how to reach out to your government, make them accountable, talking to them, mobilizing others. That's what I see us doing. To
be the go-to, you'd like to see it be the go-to resource for information in Hispanic communities all throughout the state, or potentially throughout the country.
Yes, we see us doing that and partnering with as many people as we can, nonprofits all over the state, and impacting people, impacting businesses, impacting the political climate in arena in Arizona.
If somebody's interested in learning more about the Hispanic Liberty Alliance, or maybe wants to participate and join and volunteer and help the organization, how could they do that?
Well, they can start with looking at our website, which is HispanicLibertyAlliance.org. It's all in English and Spanish. Again, HispanicLibertyAlliance.org. We are on Twitter. We're on X. We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and we have a YouTube channel. Please watch our videos. Please follow us on social media. You know what we do. We have activities listed in our calendar. You can reach out to us. You can even call me. We are available for you if you want to call the 623-201-3514. Again, 623-201-3514. We're available at any time. We do coaching one-on-one, and we connect you with experts. We even help you open an LLC and get your EIN and get everything running. We have an agreement with firms that have generously given their time and their services for only $150. We have a nonprofit that can help you get your citizenship for as low as $500. So we have all these resources and agreements with nonprofits.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it's not, and you've mentioned it a couple of times, but it's not just the education and the inform and being there as a group to, as an event group, but you're providing resources to individuals to help them out with various things that they might need. They don't have answers to questions to, whether it be taxes or other types of problems they might be running into just following various laws here in Arizona.
Yes, the Arizona Justice Center is one of our partners. They are pro bono lawyers that will help you with the small legal issues. They will guide you. They help the homeless as well. So we have a lot of resources and a lot of information. We're like a little encyclopedia for you.
Monica, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. And to everybody watching, thank you for joining us here at the State Room, where we continue to cover issues and events that will make sure we keep Arizona free. Thank you.